What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Texas on the channel. If you're new here, definitely consider subscribing. So before we get started going to the dyno, I need to explain a few things. This is basically 199,800 miles on it. We're going into this not expecting huge numbers, so if you're thinking it's going to be huge numbers, I hope you're right, but don't be disappointed if it's not. We have an automatic in here. We got these big old off-road tires, and this thing has high miles, so keep that in mind. We don't know what it makes yet, but it would be nice to actually take this off and make it stock and then dyno it and then put this back on. But since I'm already almost late, I just got to basically get there. But last night I went ahead, took the drive shaft out, undid the 4 bolts at the rear, the 2 bolts in the carrier, and the 4 bolts up front. Dropped the drive shaft, so now it's front wheel drive. Here's a little video clip of how it does as a front wheel drive. Holy cow. Oh yeah, I like it. I like it without the all-wheel drive hooked up. This thing just roasted these big old tires. As you could hear, it definitely spins the tires really easily now. Even though these things are huge and they take a lot of power away, it still did really good. We're tuned on the Apexi Neo, which isn't a real tune. It's just basically a piggyback to give me more fuel. I can't adjust timing. So regardless of what this makes, just keep that in mind. It can make way more. So whatever it makes, I'll be happy with though, because it's a great car. So I went ahead, disconnect the battery cable last night, reset the computer, so that way the Apexi doesn't, have an issue with the computer, because once a week, if you didn't watch that video, once a week you have to unplug the battery cable. I'm going to do a toggle switch to the ECU fuse like a subscriber recommended, but I got to get over to AGN Tuning in Killeen so we can get this thing on the dyno and see how disappointed we are. I mean, see what it makes. So let's get going. Well, we're here over at AGN Tuning. I'll leave all the information in the description. It's got a pretty nice setup here in Killeen, Texas. Got some pretty Beast K series swap vehicles here, and definitely some nice rides. He's on the phone right now, but as soon as he gets off the phone and he gets a minute, we'll load the pilot up on the dyno and see what it's making. Yeah, it looks good. The only thing it's just a little on this little piece, if you look out the window, like that's all it's on. Not on the left hand, like the motor. It's probably about that far before you mention it. Well, here it is. It's all loaded up on the dyno, strapped down. We're going to start it right around 3 to 4 psi. We're going to try to get up to 5, but we got to see how everything does. Probably just going to do a couple runs and get some baseline numbers. So here we go. So that first pass, we're just going to get a feel for it. I'm going to go ahead and turn the boost up now. Should be around 4.5 psi. Try it again. This was the first one. This is the second. Just turning the boost up just a hair. Yeah, I mean,
so much with that.
Yeah, we can only do so much with this piggyback. But first run, 202, 190 torque, second run 210, 200 torque. That second run is definitely a lot better, but you know, we have 199,000 miles. We're using a piggyback, stock injector, stock engine, and I know this came with 240 horsepower from the factory to the crank. That doesn't make it all to the wheels. Plus the thing, you know, the mileage on it and stuff. Also got to take that into consideration, but right now it's on 3 to 4 PSI. We're just gonna leave it there and have fun with it. I know it's not super big numbers like all of you guys probably wanted to see, but we'll change that. We'll get a TL, we'll get J32, and then supercharge it and get an actual tune, not just a piggyback. Definitely make some good power out of it, but it feels a lot faster than 200 horsepower, I'll tell you that. Even though it weighs 4,500 plus pounds. But awesome. Yeah, if you guys are in the Killeen, Texas area, definitely hit up Eric and get your car dynoed, get your car tuned. But yeah, I'm not too disappointed. This is why I don't set my hopes high. But yeah, we're gonna get this off and then we'll go over some stuff. All right, so I'm back at the house. 210 wheel horsepower, not quite what I was expecting out of this, but we're gonna go over some stuff real quick. Okay, so one of the first things I wanted to go over with you guys is this has 199,800 miles on it, and it's been running fantastic. It seats all 6 of us. It is a great daily. So I'm not really complaining too much about the 210 horsepower. I would have loved to have dynoed it prior to putting this on to see if we lost power or gained power, but I'm pretty sure we gained power because the way this setup is, it pulls harder than the factory, and it definitely has way more torque. The front end lifts up. So yes, the engine may come with 240 horsepower from the factory, but that's just the engine. That's not to the actual wheels. Now, Eric was saying these big old tires that are on here and everything, I'm losing power with those. Just because obvious, they're heavy, they're kind of harder to turn versus the factory smaller set. And with the Apexi Neo piggyback, I can't really do anything. I can't control timing or anything like that. All I can do is raise the fuel up. So basically it's tricking the injectors to run more fuel. That's basically it. He said if I were to get an actual tune on this thing, he said it would make way more power. So that would be the ultimate goal, but this is our daily. I don't want to push our luck, so I'm not really going to do that. I have the K24 injectors I could throw in, but those are 310 cc's. We'd have to go into a Apexi Neo, subtract a bunch of fuel just to get it to run within factory parameters. Then I'd definitely be wasting more fuel, even when I'm just dailying it, and I don't want to do that. If I had an actual ECU, like a Honda that's in the green Civic, the Honda S300, if they made something like that for this, it'd be great. I'd probably venture down the road and make 300 horses out of this thing. But I'm happy with it. I step on it. It's quick. The wife loves it. The kids love it. And it can go off-road once I throw that rear drive shaft back in. So not too terribly disappointed. A lot of people are like, yeah, but PFI would have done it this way. Newsflash, guys, I'm not PFI. A lot of people have been saying PFI would have done this. PFI are mad scientists, and they deserve a lot of credit. Yeah, but I'm not them. So huge shout out to them. They've been doing an awesome job, by the way. But yeah, this thing could definitely make some power. So what I do plan on doing is I'm selling Yosh. I know a lot of you are probably like, no, don't do something stupid like that. So I'm selling Yosh. I put the 180K speedometer cluster in, the JDM SIR cluster, and yeah, it has an SIR front end among a bunch of other things. All the details of this are over on Instagram, so go follow me on Instagram if you want a chance to buy it. Clean clear title, runs fantastic on 9 pounds of boost right now, and it is way faster than this. So yeah, I'm gonna be selling that, getting an Acura TL J32. That's the plan, at least. If I can't find one and I can't ever afford to get one, I'm gonna try to just get an Accord V6 and put a supercharger on it. Yes, I'll have to cut a hole in the hood. I don't care. And we'll actually be able to tune those though, because they actually make like a K-Pro, K-Tuner style setup for them, so I can actually adjust the timing and so on. So don't worry, you're still gonna get J content that's gonna be fast. This thing is definitely quick for what it is, but I'm not gonna push my luck and dig any deeper. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it didn't make massive numbers like PFI and everyone else would, but I'm happy with it. for being a broke build. I don't have money and I'm doing everything on a budget. I'm happy with how this has turned out. I will go over a build breakdown cost over this and explain how much everything I have into it. We can get more power out of it, but like I said, I'm good. It's good where it's at for me. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. If you guys haven't, definitely subscribe. For all the haters out there dropping the comments, doing all that hate, if you guys want to see me fail all the time, just definitely subscribe, hit that bell icon to get notified of every upload, and definitely stay tuned for more because we got more coming. So I'll see you guys in the next video. As I like to say, God bless, stay safe, stay awesome.